Hi, Ola, what's up? I'm Lise. Welcome to the channel. Okay, so I know you saw the title. I know you saw the thumbnail. You clicked on the video, right? And you might be sitting here like,
Well, why is she sitting here talking to us? I thought this was her OC lore.
this is my OC lore. I'm just doing it how I want to do it because it's my channel. Okay. So I had to put a lot of thought into how I wanted to do this. At first, I was gonna do like a bunch of animatics and videos to build up the story. But then I was like, it'd be a lot easier if I just sat here and told you about the lore, then made videos going based off of that. But then I was like, well, how do I want to tell them about the lore? I could do a speed paint, I could have my Sona up here talking. And I mean, like, a lot of people do that. No shade if you do. Like, that's good. I watch people that do that all the time. I just wanted to do something that felt more me and a little bit more different. So I'm gonna do like a podcast type thing and tell y'all about my lore. But don't worry, you're still gonna see like pictures and stuff on the screen, so you don't gotta worry about that. So, welcome to part one of my OC lore. The first two OCs I'm gonna talk about are Leo and Elijah. So first off, Leo. He's a vampire and he is 506 years old. He's also in the mafia, a boss actually, and his birthday is November 6th. So, for his personality and stuff, I would say he's generally a pretty laid back individual. He's also very nice. I would say he's very nice and kind and generous in his own way. In his own way, he is very nice. I say that because he is a slight narcissist and he can be slightly manipulative and he makes some questionable decisions, but he's nice. And yeah, but he is a kind of person where like you got one time to mess up. After that time, it's over, it's wraps. You had your one chance. He's also pretty laid back and calm and stuff, even when he looks mad, or even when he's mad, he looks calm. Like he'll just stare at you blankly if he's mad. It's a little scary, I'm gonna be honest. But for a mafia boss, he is kind of too nice. So like people in like the underground world would take advantage of that. And again, you got one time. After that one time, it's over. You messed up. You got your one chance to prove yourself to him and you messed it up. So I would say he's very intelligent too. He's very smart. He's very nimble, quick on his feet, and his combat skills are insane. His combat skills are actually really crazy. Like he's very good at combat. He also has like really dry humor. Like dad jokes, crickets in the room when he tells jokes. Like it's to the point where like bro needs to leave the jokes to somebody else. He needs to stop telling jokes. They're not funny. But his mental state overall, again, he's very calm. He's calm for a mafia boss, but he does get like paranoid. It comes granted with being a mafia boss though. Like you have to be prepared for like anything, because anything can happen for real. Or his likes and like stuff he likes to do. He loves reading. He's a book nerd. And he's also a nerd for like architecture and historical landmarks and different stuff. He loves reading about it. He loves maps. He's just a big sucker for history in general. Like his whole library is filled with that stuff. He loves dark chocolate. Like the bitter, nasty, dark stuff. I'm talking about the real dark stuff that I would not eat. It's nasty. His favorite color is deep red, like maroon, deep dark red, like that really rich colored red. Now, things that he doesn't like, he hates the snow. Absolutely hates the snow. He can't stand the stuff. He doesn't like the smell, the crunch, the feel, nothing about snow. He doesn't like ice either. It's really because of the cold blooded thing, like vampires cold blooded. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, like even in his drink, he won't have no ice in it. He'll just like if he can, he's drinking at room temperature. If it has to be cold, there's no ice, and he'll probably let it sit out for a little bit. He hates the cold, absolutely despises cold weather. He also hates mashed potatoes. I don't really know why he doesn't like mashed potatoes. He just doesn't eat. So some like random little Leo facts. He absolutely thinks it's so disrespectful to just take the blood by just like forcing it. Like, oh, gimme. He wants people to willingly like give him the blood. Like they have to be willing, like, here, take some of it. He doesn't even like skin contact. Like he will tell you to take it out with the syringe and put it in a cup and he'll drink it. Like he thinks that's absolutely disgusting. He despises the whole process. If he could live off of no blood, he probably would. But yeah, he kind of needs it. Most people in the gang do give it to him though, because he kind of needs it to live. Everybody in the gang also kind of looks up to him like a big brother figure, so they really love him, or like a father figure. That's really their dog for real. They really love bro. Oh, and he's also British. I thought I should mention that. He's also a British man. Okay, so his lore, or I'd say a backstory because I don't really count it long enough to be lore. So he's basically grown up in a wealthy family who's been in the mafia for years. I mean, years. He hasn't really had any like struggle throughout life. Like he's been pretty much set for life. But it is traumatizing because again his family was in the mafia, so it comes with seeing people getting pew pewed and transactions and all that stuff. So that's traumatizing on a person. But eventually he got used to it. He became cold to it. It's just part of his lifestyle now. So, but yeah, basically after his grandfather passed away, he kind of just took over the gang, and the rest is history. He's just the leader now. So I decided to also add in my OC voice claims because I just figured it'd go, and also I just wanted you to hear what I think my OC sound like. So here you go. Here's Leo's voice claim.
We don't have a choice. There's no question that solitude is a blessing. Well, the chair is in the middle of the room. Please, take a seat. I start reading at this time of day and finish it as dusk falls. So, please enjoy the freedom. Day after day. Again and again. Silence is a virtue. Hobby. The source of one's pleasure. Varies from person to person. I also find myself immersed in joy when I'm alone in the room after a day's work. I appreciate your understanding on the importance of personal space. Please cancel the meetings and work before 3 p.m. tomorrow for me. Yes, I wish to be left alone. Just for a brief peace of mind. They seem to have a preference for stealing those thin, golden and rectangular objects. Benefit from reading. Learn from silence. I should excuse myself.
Sorry about that. I got a little thirsty. I talked for like 10 to 12 straight minutes. That's a long time. Anyways, okay, so now I'm going to talk about Elijah, or I call him Eli for short. So, before I talk about Eli, I'm going to talk about what species he is. So, Eli is an oculite, which is something that I made up. So, in this world, the time is in the future. It's set in the year of 2647. And basically, different monsters and creatures and stuff roam around the earth. And Eli's species is one of them, called oculites. Eli is not a threat, but the oculites are a threat. Leo isn't a threat either, but they're still there. They're good guys, I promise. But yeah, the monsters they're not really taken over, but they do pose a threat to humanity because again, they are monsters. So Eli's an oculite. I don't really know what to say about them. They kind of just like, I guess I would say they have different powers. Their eyes do different things. Some people can see through walls. Some people can hypnotize. It's just different stuff that they can do with their eyes. But Eli is 22 years old, and his birthday is on March 3rd. So Eli's personality, he's a very happy-go-lucky, free spirit. He's very energetic, very bubbly, and he's very kind and caring. In his own way, of course. So because he's not human, he's still learning how to be human. Which means that he doesn't know about human customs and like what's rude, what's not rude, what's nice and mean. So he might do something thinking it's nice or thinking that he's doing a nice gesture, all while, people would be like, hey, you can't do that. that's mean, that's not okay, that's disrespectful, that's illegal. The window. So he's still learning about humans, basically. He's also like very scary when he gets mad. Like he smiles like really wide. So it's very scary when you see it. If I haven't said it already, he has a lot of energy, very bubbly. He's kind of like a kid in a sense. Other than, smiling really wide when he gets angry too, he's like really crazy, kind of unpredictable. Yeah, he's a wild card, I'm not gonna lie. Eli's also very physically strong, like his physical strength is crazy. And he's also very loyal and very good at listening to instructions. Now, he does take instructions quite literally. Someone might tell him to do something, and it might be like a metaphor, and he would literally go do what they told him, and they'd be like,
Hey, that's not what I told you to do.
and he would be like, yes, it is. And they'd be like,
No, it's not. When I said this, I meant to do that.
metaphors absolutely don't make sense to him. He'd actually think it's raining cats and dogs outside if you told him that. And he's also very good at combat and weapon usage. Yeah, he's very skilled at all that stuff. So, some things that Eli likes: he loves humans, he loves the culture, he wants to know almost everything about them. And he also loves every and any animal. I'm talking about, like, it could be anything: a bug, it could be a porcupine, even a blobfish. He'll probably think the blobfish is so beautiful. Even with all the slimy, gooey, gushy, blobby features, he'd love the thing. His favorite snack is, in fact, cup noodles and pickles. Yes, together. In one cup. I don't know how bro's blood pressure is taking all that. Maybe because he's not human. I don't know. Maybe he's just built like a tank. He eats that stuff like all the time, and honestly, I have no idea how. He also really likes weapons. His favorite weapons are knives. I would imagine he would have a pile of them just on the floor, just chilling. He's not a very organized person, so I would imagine he would just have them like just in the corner. And then when he needs them, he'll just like, oh, let me go grab this knife right here. He also really likes boxes. Any material, any size, doesn't matter. If it's a box, he's gonna love it. Imagine like a cat. You know, they like cardboard boxes. That's kind of him. So there isn't much that he doesn't like, right? He kind of just likes anything and everything. He loves trying new things. Two things that really just that really just bother him, like to his spirit, is dandelions. One of them is dandelions. He hates the stuff. They scare him. Dandelions, I guess it's just like when you blow on them and the stuff flies away. I don't know what it is about that scares him so bad, but it does. It really does something to him. He also doesn't like anybody that'll hurt Leo, and you'll see why, or his coworker Xander, which you'll meet in another part of my OC lore. He also has powers. He has these things I call psych hands, which are basically these ghost hands that like kind of come out. They look like this. He can make as many as he wants, and they can go as far as he needs them to. He also has hypnotization. He can hypnotize people with the eyes on his face. So he uses the eye on his chest to see. The eye on his chest is completely harmless. It does scare people because he has a mask on up here and an open eye here. You know, after they get to meet him, because he's just a silly guy, they're like,
Oh, he's actually really, really cool.
so some random Eli facts. His blood is dark blue. Oculite's blood is dark blue, actually. So Eli, as you may have saw, he does not have a last name like Leo, but he chose his English name because his actual name is in the native tongue of the Oculites. Why he chose Eli, I couldn't tell you. And because he's still learning English and how to speak in like a human language, he still has trouble reading and remembering letters and numbers, and he mixes them up sometimes. And sometimes he'll mix up his words. So he might use the wrong word in a sentence, and people would be like, hey, buddy, the word you're looking for is actually this, not what you just said. So, for his backstory, basically, he was with the Oculites, and the Oculites pose a threat to humanity because they eat humans. And Eli was like, I'm not going for that. I really don't want to eat people. People can be nice. I don't really want to do that to them. He also didn't like some of the native traditions from his village. So his family and the other Oculites were like,
Well, you're weak, and we don't consider you an Oculite, so banish.
so they banished him. And then after they banished him, Leo found him and was like, hey, you have somewhere to be or to stay. And mind you, Eli didn't speak English at the time. And I forgot to mention that Leo has slight mind reading.
Hey, Editing Lise here. So I kind of forgot to mention that Leo also has other powers like super strength. Basically, he can break metal. And he also has super speed, and he's basically faster than any other species. Anyways, enjoy the rest of the video.
So he can mind read like minor things. So obviously through that encounter, Leo figured out like, oh, he doesn't have anywhere to stay. So Leo was like, well, I'll let you stay with me if you can work. Eli was obviously like, yeah, I'll work. You know, he has nowhere to go. So he started working, and Leo saw how strong he was, and he was like, buddy, you're kind of strong. Will you be my bodyguard? Is that okay? And Eli was like, yeah, that's totally fine. So now he is one of Leo's personal bodyguards, and the rest is history. And he basically kind of devotes his life to Leo because he kind of saved him, gave him a place to stay, he feeds him, he clothed him. So, okay, so now here's Eli's voice claim and what I think he sounds like.
Suck the boo-boo back in.
Is this what it's like to be drunk?
Go ahead and get you some Taco Bell. Everything on the menu.
Where's my soup?
Here you go, Joe. Here you go, Joe. What you just say to me? Unhand me, you troglodyte.
Do you hear this music?
Hold on. Wait. Hey! It's not different. You're gonna gain weight. I'll be fine. A bite or two won't make me fat. Hey! You're already fat! I can't stand you! He said... Now I gotta pull up. Everybody dying. I don't know what's going on top of your head, bro. That's gotta go.
Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed part 1 of my OC lore. If you have anything you want to say about the OCs or anything you want to comment down below about them, if you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them to the best of my abilities. I should have part 2 done at some point. Probably in a few days, maybe next week. I don't know. But if you want to see more about my OCs, drop a like and subscribe. Maybe. Mayhaps. Perchance. But I will catch y'all in the next one.
What the dog doing?